Hey, all my creative friends, how you guys doing? Well, I am back from my RV trip. We had a wonderful time, and I planned on not taking any paper to play with. I have a diamond art thing that I'm doing, so I took that and crocheting, and I was telling myself, why didn't I bring something paper? I feel like doing it. But by the time I got home, I was chomping at the bit to get back to this thing. So I was very excited. So this is from Paper Attack. And the one thing that I really love about what she's doing on her Etsy shop, Paper Attack, is that I was able to just get one set of each one of the 12 by 12 papers for like $8. So I didn't have to go and buy a whole set because I didn't need a whole set. And so I was super excited, and it was very nicely packaged, and the paper came through with flying colors. So I am super psyched about that as well, because you know, sometimes you don't know with these people. Might be going postal on your package. I love post people, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I am super psyched to have the larger paper, you know, because I was trying to figure out how I was going to do all of these pages with one 8 by 8 and the box, which is way larger than 8 by 8. And so, yeah, I was sweating it a little bit. And then I came across her site, and I'm like, that's perfect. That's just perfect. So I don't have more than I need, but I'm super psyched about that. So, yay! So that'll go up there. Most of that's probably just going to be used on the box, but I'm sure there'll be things. Because, you know, the images, as you get from the 12 by 12 to 8 by 8, the ratio, the size goes down, and which is very nice that they do that. So I'm not going to really need a lot of huge, I mean, this is huge enough, I think, for, you know, one of these pages. So yeah, the 12 by 12 is much larger, and that would just be, you know, and maybe back here I could use some of that stuff, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, so for today, we're going to continue on, still on page 1, my grandson's lovely artwork from last year. I'm still going through those pages, but he got total good use out of them, and then so am I. So it's a win-win situation. Let's pull this up. I'm making this because I'm going to frame 2 small photo mats. And so, and I'm going to do the photo mats, I believe, out of this paper, because it is on this booklet, and I think it'll just tie it in very nicely. So let me get this cut. And oh my goodness, I'm so excited. The next, I don't know what I'm going to be doing next. I've been hankering to do a small Halloween type thing, and I think that I might do that next. Then I got this wonderful paper from Stamperia, and I love it, and I'm so excited to get going on that. But we got things we got to do first. So I have to keep my excitement to a minimum. Oh, but I just love this craft, and I love our community and how well we support each other. Yeah. In fact, what was it? Linda B. Price? I believe it's a middle initial B. Might be D, but I think it's B. But I went on her Etsy shop. She's got a Facebook group. No, I don't know if she has a Facebook group, but she has a YouTube channel, and she does tatting. And so I went on her site and I ordered some of her tatting. But I'm also excited to hear that she has a Tatting 101 video. And I am all up in that. I thought at one time I had come across a tatting what do you call it? The tatting needles. But I can't seem to lay my hands on them, so maybe I came across them but I didn't buy them. I don't know. But anywho, okay, so we're going to move the book away for a moment. We're going to work on this. And we're going to get out our little pieces because I think I might have enough to do this. I think I might. Okay, so, and I can always steal a little bit from something else if I need it. Okay, but first, I want to... Okay, so how wide is this? This is just a hair over 3 inches. So I could make like the 3x3 and put them on here, and then I know what I have left to do. And I think to make this a nice quick process, I'm going to put some score tape down. This is not a sequin tape, but it's a double-sided tape, and it's a nice double-sided tape, but I think I'll just use this instead of my sequin and just cut off some rest and stick it back on the roll. Just don't push super hard down on the glass part, although you will be able to get it up. And we'll just have that for another item. I do this quite often. If you just stick it, I got one of my hairs in there. If you just cut this off and then stick it back on the roll, you've got it for next time. Try not to get my fingers all over it, but try to keep my nail on it. I just push it out of the way. All right. Yep. Put it right back on the roll, and we'll have that again for another time. All right, I am going to burnish this down. And let's go ahead and get it off. I love this little hook. I've seen people use it and I'm like, you know, I've got one of those. I don't use my Cricut. I should, but I don't. All right, so there we go. So now I'm going to cut some 3x3. Let's move this off to the side carefully. And since it's just a little bit over 3, I'm going to make these a little bit over 3. Just so we keep with the squared look. And then we have a piece to go on our little pieces, which we'll probably use up now. I love to be able to keep up with using my scraps. All right, so let's get this centered. All right, there it's pretty much centered. And where do I want these? Let me ink them first. I told y'all I was using Hero Arts Tide Pool. I've had this for quite a few years and it's still pretty moist, so I was quite happy. I don't know, I think I was in some kind of, Well, you lost my little picture. It's low battery. It went from 50% 5 minutes ago to now it's 4%. So, yeah, it needs a new battery. It definitely needs a new battery, but oh gosh, we've been spending so much money. It just like sand through a sieve. Okay, let me get you guys a little bit closer. There we go. All right, so let's see. I want to leave about a 1/2 inch. So, no, let's leave about 1/4. I don't know. Let's see. Here and here. Yeah, so I'll leave about 1/4 inch. Let's see. Come on. Stay. Maybe 3/8. And lay it down. You know, and if it's, you're going to cover a little bit, maybe, I don't know, because that one wasn't straight at all. Not at all. Okay, that one was a little better. All right, so now all I want to do is get my little pieces out. Don't stick on there until I'm ready for ya. Oh, this is... Huh. It would be hard to fill everything in, but I don't know. I will probably use that. This was from the cutout that I made, but I'll probably use that on the top of a tag or something. So I'm just going to stick that back. Now this was just a quick and easy box I made from some really lightweight chipboard, but it's held up pretty nicely. Okay, so let's see. Huh. I'm thinking. I could do an orange strip across here. Right there. Probably should have moved it over a little bit, but that's okay. And then I wouldn't mind. I wonder if I cut that in half. Let's just fold it. And get it in half so it's the same width. Not always easy on these little pieces. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut just the ever little bit of edge off. There we go. There's that one. And that one. Okay. So now let's see. So it leaves a little teeny bit, but I can put a little piece of lace or something down in there. Cover it up. Yeah, okay, so there is my center section. And see, I have enough of these that I can put on the top and the bottom, and I think that is kind of nice. There we go. All right, so there's that. Now I do need a little bit, and what do I have on the other side? I do need a little something something right there. I wonder, it's very, very, very little. Very, very, very little. Let's see, what do we have here? What do we have in our little supply? Little supply here. I think I've got, oh, I've got this blue tatting. This is actual antique tatting. And I got it at a, estate sale, and that looks so cute right there. As much as I hate to cut into this, I think I need it. Well, I pulled it out for a reason. All right, we're gonna cut right here. There we go. And I'm going to cut right here. Okay. And I am going to put just a little bit of extra help on there because it's not going to really be hitting the glue very well. Okay, just a fine little strip. And then we're just going to kind of center this. And you can tell it's hand done because it's not even. I suppose I probably should have put my paper down underneath. There we go. There. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut these pieces off. So I hope everybody had a great week. And let's see, do I have any? Oh, okay. I got to share you this story. So my grandson went into first grade this year. Okay. And he is too smart for his own good sometimes. Holy Hannah. So he had to go and get his ears, his hearing tested. And they actually put him in, you know, if you've ever gone to get your ears tested, you go into this booth and you sit down and they put earplugs, you know, they put a listening device over your ears, and then you get these little buttons that you hold, or a little button. I think he had two, so he could distinguish which ear he was hearing in. He would push the left or the right button. So he's in there, and he's serious as all get out, and he's looking at the buttons, and my daughter said he was looking at the buttons, and she could see him, you know, just churning away thinking about this. And he looks up at the lady, and he said, Is this a lie detector test? I'm sorry. I think that's adorable. Now, it might just be because he's my grandson. But my husband and I just lost it because he is such a hoot. He just comes up with some of the funniest things. I don't know where he gets all of that from in his brain, but yeah, he's absolutely adorable. You know, if I do say so myself. If I do say so myself. Okay, let's try and find one that's going to work here. All right, I need to cut this down a little bit. Well, no, wait a minute. This one is wide enough. And we'll just cut it right where it needs to get cut, which is not there. Oh, goodness. All right. I think we got it that time. Burnish this down. But you guys see what I'm doing? It's just using up your scraps and making something beautiful. You know, it's got all the colors that we're interested in having. So, well, that's almost perfect. Just needs a little snip off. See if I can do that without messing things up. There we go. Okay, and burnish this side down. And I'm thinking I'm going to like something in the middle here. Oh, the fish would be adorable. I don't want to cover up my tatting, though. So, we'll come back to that more than likely. There's a little stamp. I could just put a little stamp on there. Maybe the larger stamps. Let me see where the stamps are on this. With the larger, oh, the larger stamp would be lovely. See, I said I wasn't going to use the 12 by 12 paper on anything else, but I am. I'm going to cut one of these out. And I think I want the green on it. Do I want the orange on it too? No. Don't push it, Lisa. So we're just gonna, and I'll have to cut the part of the green off on the, because the outside's much thicker than I'm going to get on the inside here. All right, put that back. And let's just cut this to look like that one. And this is a little crooked, imagine that. And this one needs a little smaller. So it looks more uniform. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I think I think I'll build it up a little bit so that it will just stand up over the tatting. But it'll be something pretty to look at. Let's go ahead and cut these off because then we can use them again on the upper piece. Just a great way to use up all of these little pieces that you end up with, don't know what to do with, hate to throw them away. You know, you're just like, oh my gosh, that would just be... I can use it for something, you know. You can. You surely can. Get a little blue in there. I love that blue off the back of that. This blue, I love that. It is just scrumptious. All right, and then here we'll get a little orange and a little bit of this and some green. There we go. Just love using up excess paper. Let's get this up to there, and then we'll do that. Do an extra little piece of this. That's not straight. That is. Okay. And a bit of this. Let's see, what am I doing there? Yeah, we're good. All right. And then I have a little piece here that looks almost perfect. No, a little thin. What about this one? Oops. Come here. Some pieces are almost too small to worry about. Okay, let's cut this. Perfect. There we go. And let's cut, because I need to use something other than polka dots. And then most of these tiny pieces I will throw away, but not all of them. Like this size I will usually throw away. You know, okay, I've done a good bit with it. You know, I'm going to throw these guys away because they get too fiddly. But all of these are just fine to go back into our little strips for another day. But I still have a little piece here that needs to get covered. Okay, I'm going to cut a little bit off of this and put all of my other little pieces back in the little piece drawer. This is my girl, and that goes back in there. And let's, whoopsie, I think I could actually just do this. Just keep it simple. Simple as can be. There's that. And then here is blue. There we go. See how cute that is? And when you do it that way, you don't even really notice. I mean, yeah, you do, but... Okay. So, should I put this on a little bit of blue paper? Let's see, this is wide enough. Let's see. How does that look better? Yeah, it makes it stand out more. And this is actually the perfect size. So let me get this centered and just cut off the bottom. Voila! Okay, since this is out, we'll use it. My husband and I, oh my gosh. So this morning, now we just got home from camping yesterday, and I was going to build this up. Dad, burn it. Here's a little piece here. Let's see. This was, oh no, that's glued together. That's too thick. Yeah, my husband and I this morning had to go And I don't have my Timmy's here either. Had to go and I hate using my snips for this, but these are not my good snips. A little smaller. So we had to get up at like 8 this morning, which is not far off of what my husband normally gets up. But for me, I don't normally get up that early. Yeah, so I'm going to stick that right there. Let's make this just a smidge smaller. Okay. So, yeah, because we had a doctor's appointment this morning. So we had to go into Grayson, which is about 30 minutes away. And then tomorrow, I have a doctor's appointment. The next day, my husband and I both have doctor's appointments. And that's dry. Of course it's dry. And it's like, holy Hannah, what was I thinking? We both got a nap when we got home. We were just so tired. I mean, we had a wonderful trip and it was just absolutely lovely. But we were tired. I mean, we're getting up there in age. We're a little tired. I'm gonna cut a little bit of this off. Come on, give it to me. There we go. Gotta know how to talk to these little pieces. There, that's much better. Yeah, just like holy Hannah. But you know, as you get older, you got to go to those docks more and more and more. Okay, so this way the picture will fit down, and this sits up nicely, so it really shows. I like that. I like that. So I'm just going to put. And the fact that I put the cardstock, this is 85-pound cardstock, or 80-pound cardstock, it's stamping up. So it's going to definitely be nicer. Here we go. You know, it's definitely given that stamp some security for being up in the air so much. All right. I love that. And I keep thinking I need to do more steampunky things, but you know, I think at the end is when I will probably go back and do more. But in the way of steampunk stuff, for sure. But I don't know then if I would like doing that or just doing it as we go. I don't know. Okay, so now we've got this ready to go on this page. I do need to ink this, however. But you see, by putting the double-sided tape, it was just so much easier. You don't have to cut the pieces, glue each piece, and all of that. It's just done for you. Yeah, I liked it. I like that a lot. It's quite handy. And when you have the less expensive double-sided tape, because all it is it's not holding stressed points together or anything like that. You could even use a glue stick. I'm not a huge glue stick advocate because I've just never had luck with them. But there are people out there that swear by them, and more power to you. You know, if you've got one that works, I've tried them all. But I guess too is I mainly do mini albums, which I find glue sticks are not good for mini albums. You really need to have, okay, let me get this out. I glued this little piece down so it wouldn't unravel, but it also glued down where I needed to put the paper. There we go. Let's just get this all adhered. But yeah, so we had a fantastic time. We were, gosh, we got there Sunday and then left Sunday. So Sunday was a little busy with people. And then Monday, it was like we had almost the whole park to ourselves. And it wasn't hot. We were not hot at all. In fact, at night I was having to wear a sweater to go outside. A very light sweater, but you know, or a little jersey jacket or something like that. So yeah, it was quite nice. Quite nice. Okay, so now I'm thinking here that and I didn't realize when I did this, it didn't dawn on me that I had another belly band here, which is fine because, you know, it's a different belly band. This one's actually a closure holding on to that booklet that we made. So yeah, but having put that glue down, it does make it a little more difficult for these to bend over. So be careful when you are doing that, to keep in mind that you don't want to get too high up with or too close to the score line, because it's not allowing it to really lay down super good. Okay, especially when you're trying to work on it, you know, and push. Okay, what do we want to do next? Let's see. So this, I just love this page. And let's see. Okay, this is really pretty, and I'm already using that image. I've already cut down one of these sheets, so I could totally use this. What I'm trying to figure out is I want to do a pocket. And what am I going to use for the pocket? That's where I'm at right now. I think a pocket, that would be kind of boring, really. Huh. And of course I'm mixing all my pages up now, which is not good. I love you more than all the fish in the sea. See, and these are all too long. All too long. I wonder, and here I go. Back to the 12 by 12. Voyage Beneath the Sea. See, those would be nice as pockets. Let's see what else I have here. I'm Really a Mermaid. That would be a perfect pocket. Okay, let's use that. Aren't I funny? I swear I wasn't planning on using the 12 by 12s, but here I go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to cut the bar off. And now Graphic 45 doesn't do it as much as some of the other ones, but the, you know, the barcode strip, this says Mermaid Melody on it in Voyage Beneath the Sea collection. I've already used Voyage Beneath the Sea on here, I believe, was somewhere. Yeah, Voyage Beneath the Sea was right here. So, but they come in handy. They're great little words. And, of course, you got them on both sides, so, you know, you can utilize that. But let me go ahead and cut off this strip. I save them all because I like having the little verbiage things. I do. Okay, that should be straight. Yeah, so I like having those. Gives you a little added something something. All right, I need to get this maneuvered around here. Okay, we're going to cut about half of this off. And then we're going to cut about half of this off. Okay. So hopefully that's going to be the right size for my pocket. That I'm going to throw away. Put that over there. Put this back up with my 12 by 12s. Trying to keep things organized. See, I'll have to cut this down a little bit more, but not much. And that'll be a perfect little pocket. Perfect little pocket. Love it. Okay. But what are we going to use as the background? I think that blue would be lovely if I, oh, here it is. I think this blue would be lovely on here. All right, so cut the bar off. And the smaller ones are proportionately smaller. So that's the Voyage by the Sea, Beneath the Sea that I used prior to that. Okay, so now this does not have to go all the way down, but we do want it to have a nice little blue edge on it. So a pencil, and we're going to put that right there. I'll cut that. Okay, where's my mark? There it is. Okay. So this is good. Now I want to make a pocket, and I have a piece here. This is probably a little closer to the size I need. Always look in your scraps, see if you can use those up first. These two are probably good flaps, so we'll just make this work. It's got a little smudge on it anyway, so I don't know where that came from. Okay, and then figure out where we're going to cut this. Here, and we're going to score here. So I'm going to go ahead and score. Cut off, leaving about a ½ inch. And then that can go back in my scraps. Now I'm going to cut here. Ink. I can't leave an ink pad open. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot leave an ink pad open to save my life because I will have it on everything. Everything. Absolutely. Alright, get my little pencil mark off of there. this side. Didn't cut this side. How did I do that? For heaven's sakes, I think I had cut that side. Just not where I really noticed it. Okay, so now, could have left a bottom piece, but I didn't. So, I've started using, and I showed you guys in the last one, I have a little piece here. So, I'm going to just cut this. Let's see, we're going to do this first. And I'm just going to eyeball it because it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I want it to go just to the bottom. There we go. And it can stay up past, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so now I'm going to put glue on the inside. I don't need a ton, just one little strip. And I am going to put a strip along the bottom. There we go. Okay, so the biggest thing is getting this nice and straight on the bottom. Holy Hannah. And just kind of center it so you're not folding it up. So there you go, and then fold your edges over of your pocket. And let's ink just in case a little bit of that is showing. Okay, so now you have an absolutely seamless pocket. I mean, you can't put it down into the glue on the bottom yet, but an absolutely seamless pocket. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and glue this down. And all we do is glue the entire piece down. Just as simple as that. It's just a tiny little extra step. Tiny, tiny little extra step. And I made this way too big. Gosh darn it. Holy Hannah, where was I during all of this? Okay, let's pull this up. Pull this back a little bit. I need this to be... Oh, I'm going to make it 1/4 of an inch. And I'll just have to cut some of that down. I'm going to make it almost 1/4 of an inch smaller. I just kind of moved it so it was in the center. And I'm going to just fold that and re-glue my bottom. Put a little bit more on the sides. Let's cut this down so it's not overhanging. And glue. Burnish. All right. Now let's see. Yep, I'm just going to cut all the orange off. Sticky glue. Just going to cut the orange off. But I'm going to leave the little pieces that are sticking out. Just kind of fussy cut around them a little bit. Just to add a little more interest to it. And as long as I think I've got these cut nice and straight, I will put them in my box. There we go. Okay, 2 of them I'm putting in my little box, and the other 2 are going in the garbage. Garbage! All right. Ink again. Glue down. I think. Just want to make sure. Yeah, see the edges. So I am going to add, I'll probably put some of my little pearls on it. Put some of my little pearls on it, on the top. Maybe on the bottom this time. Maybe I'll put it on the bottom. So I'm going to run this right up along the top with a little edge. Perfect. Love it. There we go. Okay, so there is that. And then I just love, I wish I had a little bit more of this because I'm hoping I have enough to move it through the entire, you know, to make it through the entire book. I'd like to have, but I've already used 2 pieces of it. I really like it. Okay, so there's really not a right way or a wrong way that I am seeing on this. This looks a little bit more like a back. Kind of following around with the little swirlies and the little beads. Okay. So we'll put this right at the edge on the bottom. Yes! I think that's just perfect for a, yeah, very cute. Okay, so now we want this to actually be, and it is, so once you dump this down in there, and I do like to do it, you know, still about a 1/2 inch, 1/4 of an inch, something like that. But once you get that down in there, and then you glue it to the back of that, or, you know, or it'll just stay right where it's at. And put this down. Oh yeah, super cute. Love it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this where I want it. Ink, 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 ink. Oops. When I dyed, you know, I dye my, I did this in orange and a pink, and I left way too much pink on it, so I don't like this one with this, but some of these that I dyed I was really happy with. This was all the thread that came off of the material, and I just dumped it in there too. But how cute to use back behind something. So yeah, super cute. Super cute. Loving it. It's just so funny how we find all these little things that can be used instead of throwing them away. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my pocket down. Again, try, and just going to put glue all the way around. Center your pocket, and I'm keeping it up off the edge just enough so that my pearls don't go below. Okay. Just give it a second. Okay. And then we're going to slide this in. A little bit more. and have it right there. So then I'm just going to hold it, pull it up, and put glue around the edges. And just lay that down. Could pull it, oops, not that much. Pull it up just a little bit. Alrighty. So the problem I'm having with it laying down is not the binding system. It's this piece that I put on here. And when I'm on this one, I'm not really having that issue. This lays down pretty nice and flat. So it's not the binding system, because that's, you know, another thing I'm trying out is to make sure that the binding system, you know, is going to work for all of the different things that we would like to use it for. So let's see. So I can put that little fella, and I have a tall, I could put the seahorse in there. Did I cut just 2 of these? Let's see. I think okay. So I am going to, I think I'm going to leave the Voyage Beneath the Sea, and I'm just going to take off this little fella. There we go. Okay. Let me go ahead and ink these while we're doing it. So yeah, this is, how far along am I? 57 minutes. Good Lord, I've been doing this an hour? And I've gotten 1 and 2 sides done. Wow. But, you know, I'm not in a hurry to get this done. I am enjoying the process. And I do better when I enjoy the process. So I hope you guys understand that, you know, I mean, sometimes I do try and have things cut out and ready to go. So, and I will probably try and do that on some of these pages. But, okay, for this, I think I don't really want to use another accent piece. I think that I'm going to, that orange is really pretty. Wow. Now this is from the 12 by 12. And then this, and it's not even as vibrant. And so yeah. I might be using a lot of this 12 by 12. More than I thought. Okay, so I'm just going to cut myself. Let's pull this down so I can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So I'm going to cut there. And I'm going to cut here. All right. Okay, that goes into my little pieces. Flip her back, and here. Yeah, I was hoping I could finish these up, but I'm going to run out of video time here. That needs to be a little bit smaller. Just a little bit. Alright, let's see. How is that? There, down to there. Good. Okay, so there's that. But I want to decorate this, and I will show you next time when I come back to you. And I think I'm going to use some yellow, maybe the polka dot, with this. Maybe the polka dot with this. But I'm going to decorate this up. But I think the yellow would look nice because I do have quite a bit of yellow over here. Alright, so that's my game plan. It might change, but I'll show you next time. And then I'll just have one more side and I'll be done with that first page. So, super cool, guys. Alright, thanks for watching. Till next time, I hope you're kind to each other and take care of yourself. And I hope you make something you love. Bye!